Let's go to Colin, who's on the line in West Allis, Wisconsin. Colin, you're on the Ken Coleman Show.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Sure, how can I help today?
I wanted to ask a brief question, and the one question I have is, should I go back to school and pay about $10,000 to advance in the field that I'm in, or should I just go back into the original field that I went to school for?
Well, I always want you to do what is the right thing to do, the best thing to do to get into the field you want to be in. So you gave me a very easy scenario. So I don't want you to just go back into an area that you went to school for just because you got that degree. I want you to do what you really want to do. But I question whether or not you got to go back into school and spend $10,000 to do what you really want to do. So let's unpack that. What is it that you really want to do?
Right now, I'm a long-term substitute teacher, and I would be going back into school to be a special education teacher.
Great. Okay, and so in that situation, you do have, what degree are you needing, or what a continuing education are you needing to be a special ed teacher?
I would need what's called a proficiency-based licensure program, which is a year of schooling. It's an alternative to going back to college for a teaching degree.
Oh, good. Well, is it a situation where they've got some strict engagement rules on it, meaning you have to do it all at once, or can you do it as you go? Tell me what that looks like.
Well, since it's not a university, there's no way to put off payments later. You have to pay them right away, or they can have an arrangement where you would take out a loan.
Right.
Since I listen to Dave Ramsey, I'm not sure how much I would want to do that.
No, I don't want you to do that either. And by the way, you don't have to. So do they want the $10,000 up front?
No, in a payment plan, but I'm not sure how many months.
Well, I would find that out. That's part of the plan here. Like, you need to say, all right, listen, what are my payment options? I know you're going to want cash as I go. What does it look like? You need to know all the various options. Well, you can put $2,500 down, and then we'll do the $7,500 over a period of 12 months. You need to know so that you can actually go, all right, this is what it's going to take of me financially. Because, Colin, I would rather you save up money. I'd rather you hustle, grind it out, go get a second job, a third job, whatever you need to do, sell some stuff, and get that money and take your time on it, save it, even if you got to wait another year and a half. Get that cash in hand and then go do that and go do what you love. $10,000, that's not crazy. And you can save that up. You can sell some stuff, you know. There's a lot of creative ways for you to come up with 10 grand. And I'm okay if it takes you a little bit of time to save it up, because once you save it up, you go do it. You're pretty, you've got a good idea that you'll come right out of that right into a job, correct?
I would actually be getting paid as part of the program, the full salary and benefits.
Oh my
even while I'm in
gosh.
school.
Colin, how much money do you have saved right now?
Little over 10,000.
Is that your emergency fund?
Some of it is because right now I'm not working at the moment.
Okay, but I'd go get a job like right now and take any of that extra money so we're not dipping into that. And so let's say that you only have to come up with $5 or $6 grand. I'd go do that. And then they're going to pay you after you do the program. So all you got to do is come up with 10 grand, give it to them, then they're going to pay you. That's what you should be doing. Am I missing something?
No, it's just I don't know whether I would want to do that long term, like over 5 years, because I enjoy it. But then there are other things in my original field for business that I would also enjoy doing too.
Well, but that's not how you.
I
get that, but that's not how you structured the question. You said, "Should I go back and do?" So, you know, which one of those two do you want to do more of? You want to be in business or you want to be in special ed?
Probably special ed.
Well, okay. Let me do one other thing for you. Okay, I want you to actually over the next 2-3 weeks. Shouldn't take you this long. However long it takes. I want you to sit down and have coffee with some people that are special ed teachers in your area. West Allis, Wisconsin. I mean, have coffee with them, lunch, whatever it takes. And have them bring up all the pros and all the cons of being a special ed teacher. Because that's going to give you that extra clarity and extra confirmation. There's still a little bit of, I'm not sure. And by the way, Colin, that's great. You should want to know that you know that you know. So by using the proximity principle, which is the #1 best-selling book I wrote, You need to go get in proximity to people that are in special education, that whether they are principal of a school or they lead a special education department or they're the actual on the ground in the classroom, eyeball to eyeball with these special ed students. By talking with multiple, not just one, we want to get multiple opinions and multiple pieces of information. They're going to give you all kinds of great information on the pros, the cons, what they love about the job, what they don't like about the job, so that you get a really good idea. Oh, now that I know the good and the bad, does my heart still say yes? If my heart says, I don't know, then now we do the same thing, the proximity principle, we do the same thing over in the business area that you're intrigued by. And by getting in proximity to people that are doing what you want to do, or in places where what you might be interested in doing or are interested in doing is happening, we get clarity, and then we get confirmation that yes or no. And that's huge. And then we can move forward. Once we have absolute clarity and confidence. Remember, clarity is, yep, this is what I want to do. Confidence is, yeah, it's doable. Here's the plan. Here's how long it's going to take. Here's how much it's going to cost. Here's who I need to know. Here's where I need to be. That's what the proximity principle does. So, Madison, let's give Colin a copy of my #1 best-selling book, The Proximity Principle. It's available on kencoleman.com or wherever books are sold. And Colin, you read this and do this, and opportunity is going to find you. And you're already on your way.